Hey, so in this series, I'm answering your questions. And today's question is one that I get very often. It is, what books do I recommend for learning English or studying English on your own at home? Now, I actually think that there are so many other fantastic resources that are much better than English textbooks. English textbooks are more focused on one form of practice only, which is controlled practice. Books are usually designed for you to just practice structures, grammatical structures, and to help you understand and maybe memorize some new vocabulary. But there are so many amazing, authentic English resources out there, and they are free. So instead of giving you a list of books, today I am going to share my top 5 amazing, authentic English resources with you that you can use to work on your English at home. Now, these resources are focused a little bit more on reading and listening rather than speaking. I do have other videos specifically for speaking practice, so today we're going to focus a little more on the other skills. So let's get started. First up, we have blog posts and online articles. Now, there are a few reasons why I always recommend blog posts and articles to my students. First of all, they are short enough for you to finish. And this is very important. A lot of times when my students ask for recommendations of something to read, they ask me about books. And of course, books are amazing. However, books are long. So a lot of times what happens is my students, they get excited, they go out, they buy a book, and they read a few pages or a few lines. They have to stop, translate, and they end up getting a little bit frustrated and they never finish the book. The book is sitting there collecting dust. So the first benefit of blog posts and online articles is that they are short enough for you to finish. And this is so important when you're learning something new, because when you complete something, you have a sense of accomplishment. And a sense of accomplishment is actually motivating for you. So think about it like this. You can practically and realistically read one article or one blog post every single day. And by the end of the week, you have read 5 or 7, if you read on the weekends, blog posts or articles. But you most likely cannot finish a book in a day or even a week or even a few weeks or months, depending on how slow or how fast you are. But the sense of accomplishment that comes from finishing something is very motivating when you are learning. So that's super important. Another benefit is that you can read about lots of different topics. So you have a chance to learn about things that you're actually interested in. In addition, you get to learn new vocabulary, new phrases, new terminology around topics that you like and that you care about. So you can then use that new language out in the real world and in your conversations when you're discussing these topics with other people. The second resource is podcasts. Podcasts are fantastic for language learners. Podcasts are amazing because you get to hear natural speech. Natural speech is super important when you are doing listening practice and when you're trying to improve your comprehension. So you can find podcasts about any topic with just one speaker or 2 or more speakers as well. Okay, so you also have the chance to listen to real dialogues, real conversations, and hear how speakers develop their idea. Just like blog posts, of course, you can learn a new vocabulary as well, but listening to podcasts also helps with your pronunciation because you get to listen to authentic English pronunciation. And like I said, you can literally choose a podcast about any topic that you like, any topic that you want, and podcasts are free. A lot of them do have transcripts as well, so you can read after you listen or while you listen if you need to. So I will link some of the podcasts that I like down below in the description if you've never listened to the podcasts. However, I am into business, psychology, self-improvement, self-development. So if these are not topics that you like, you might not love my podcasts, but I will link them down below for you anyways. The next resource that I highly recommend, videos. There are millions, possibly billions of online videos. YouTube is a fantastic platform where you're watching this video right now. There are lots of channels, lots of videos about learning English, but you don't only have to watch channels or videos about learning English specifically. You can watch videos on any topic that you like. The key here is just to watch videos that offer you the chance to hear the language being used authentically, the language being used in a realistic way. So of course, I'm very happy to have you here, and I am very happy that you are watching this channel and other channels that help you specifically with your English. But try watching other things online as well. So some things that I recommend that you can watch in English, if you are looking for a recipe online, instead of looking for the recipe in your language, try watching a video here on YouTube. If you are looking for instructions or a tutorial about something, try looking on YouTube first. So anything that you are going to do in your real life anyway that you might do in your own language, try watching a YouTube video about it. That's a very, very helpful tip and a simple way to make more time to use these authentic English resources in your daily life. Number 4, TV shows. Now, TV shows are fantastic because, first of all, they're entertaining. Secondly, you get to hear again this natural speech. You learn tons and tons of expressions and idioms from television shows. And I often recommend television shows or TV shows instead of movies, just because they're shorter and you can finish them. Of course, if you have more time and you have time to watch movies, that's great. Another thing that you can do is re-watch shows in English that you've already watched in your own language. And nowadays we have so many streaming services. You can use subtitles in English as well. There are lots and lots of options for streaming television shows. And I'm curious what shows you have watched in English. Please do let me know in the comments. And I can recommend some television shows for you if you like, but you have to tell me what genre you like. So if you like comedy, if you like drama, if you like mystery, you need to give me a little direction and then I can recommend some shows for you to try. And number 5 is free resources from your favorite online teachers. So myself and almost all of the online teachers that I know and that I am in contact with have some type of free resource or resources for you. And all you have to do usually is check the link in our bios, check out our websites, check underneath our YouTube videos, and you will find lots of free additional resources. So just to give you an example, I have my free ebook, English Conversations Made Simple, and you can get that by clicking the link below this lesson in the description box. I also have so much free video content, English tips on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I will also link my Instagram page below this lesson. I also have a series of free business English classes. These are called Business English Week, and I'll also link that in the description for you. So whenever you come across a teacher or a page that you like, explore a little bit and see what other resources that teacher has created for you. So of course, I offer paid classes and paid courses, but I do have lots of amazing free resources as well. And I will link my courses and classes in the description if you want to check those out. So some simple tips to recap here. What resources do I recommend? I always recommend using authentic English, real English whenever possible, okay? Of course, grammar books and grammar exercises are nice specifically for grammar if you really need it, but especially with adult English learners, I always recommend using authentic English, listening to authentic English, reading authentic English, okay? And I use authentic resources in my classes. So instead of giving my students a passage from a textbook, I would give them an article to read. read, okay? Instead of playing audio from a textbook, I would play a podcast, an interview, a clip of a video, all right? And I think this is more effective because the whole point of learning a language is to communicate in the real world. So it's always a better option when you can use the real language or hear the real language, right? Another thing, stick to topics, stick to resources that you actually like, things that you're interested in. And this will absolutely help you to be focused and to enjoy the process. Learning English is all about the journey, the process. It's not just a destination. It's not like, okay, I need to speak English perfectly. Even if that's your goal, that's great, but you need to enjoy the journey. You need to enjoy the process. And part of that is using the right materials. So make sure you check out all of the links and all of the resources I mentioned in the description of this lesson. And if you have any other resources that you love that work really well for you, any podcasts, any blogs, any channels that you want to share, please do share those with us in the comments. So thank you so much for this awesome question and for watching and spending time with me today. If you have other questions, drop those below, and I'll see you very soon in another one.